We're at Commonwealth Stadium in Edmonton, Alberta for this third and final game of the Canada Cup of Soccer. Canada against Chile in ideal conditions. A 1-1 tie with 7 minutes remaining. Vic Rutter along with Graham Leggett. The Canadians in their red with white trim. The Chileans in white with red trim. This is Salas. Canada opening the scoring at 12 minutes through Pesky-Solido, and then Valencia tying it for Chile at 32 minutes. This is Mendoza. Rosenthal is in the middle, but the pass is cut off by Mark Watson. Valencia looking for Salas. And Salas goes down, looking to draw the penalty and doesn't get it.
Well, I tend to agree with Chile coach Javier Escargot. Frank Yallop got away with one there. Made no attempt to win the ball. Instead, he just bundled Salas over. They get a corner kick, but I'm sure they wanted a penalty kick.
Up and over by Fuentes. Paul Pesky-Solido at 12 minutes.
And it's Chile with the throw-in. Fraser challenges. Pesky-Solido picks up the loose ball, hammers it past Corners into the top corner at the near post. 1-0 Canada. Then 30 minutes later, Canada get caught woefully short at the back as Valencia breaks clear and Cooley strokes it past Dolan. That made it 1-1.
And since his goal, Pesky-Solido has left the game with an apparent muscle strain in his right thigh. Kevin Holness has come on for Canada. As you see, Pesky-Solido on the bench, a quad muscle, we're told by the training staff of Team Canada.
And right now, since Paul went off, Canada certainly have missed his speed and thrust up front, and they're certainly missing the aggression and the challenging of Unger in midfield. Unger having to move up as a front runner, and young Kevin Holness taking over from Unger in midfield.
The Canadians winning the opener of this tournament last holiday Monday 2-0 over Northern Ireland. And then the Chileans this past Thursday 2-1 winners over the Irish. So both teams are tied in points. However, Canada has a goal advantage. And so they can win this inaugural Canada Cup of Soccer with a tie. The Chileans must win. The through ball. Looking for Salas.
Salas is so good at taking off just a second before he should. He gambles that the linesman won't put his flag up, and he gets away with it 9 times out of 10. Dolan doing well there to read it and get to it before Salas.
Jeff Unger trying to turn, lays it back into the shadow for Hooper. This is Holness. Kevin Holness out of the Montreal Impact of the APSL. Frank Yallop. And Holness unlucky, couldn't control, and will give away the throw-in.
Well, really, he didn't want that ball back from Frank Yallop. He'd made a position so that Yallop could cross it in. Yallop decided to give it back, and really the youngster didn't thank him for that pass at all.
Ian Fraser to the captain, Colin Miller, and he'll go square. Holness as Yallop overlaps. Holness brings it back into the middle. Corazine calling for it at the far post. And Rosenthal will clear downfield. Randy Samuel and Salas. And well played by Randy Samuel to knot it back for Dolan. And it'll be Samuel bring it back upfield for Canada. Ramirez away from a sliding Jeff Unger. Now under some pressure, Kevin Holness there, and Ramirez does well to midfield and beyond. Mark Watson, he'll give it right back. And again, chip, looking for Rosenthal. Mark Watson, as the Canadians slow to get back, Graham. And maybe the heat and the pace of this game, which has been very quick from the opening whistle, starting to take its toll.
Well, there's no doubt about that. The Canadians have been running the normal style, very aggressive game, and it is about 82, 83 degrees. You can see the sweat on Bobby's forehead. Of course, Chile very comfortable in these conditions.
Rosenthal, far post, looking for Salas. Over his head, Dasovic.
Goal kick.
Nick Dasovic, out of the Vancouver 86ers, had a tryout with Saint-Étienne in France and hopes to return for another French tryout when the APSL season is over.
He's having quite a battle trying to cancel out the effectiveness of Gabriel Mendoza, the Chile skipper, who's so good at coming forward in midfield.
Estai. Guevara. Pullness there, back foot Estai, and then brought down Lyndon Hooper.
Timing off a little bit there, to say the least, and referee Timothy Whalen from the United States just having a little word with Lyndon. As Chile takes advantage by taking it 5 yards further upfield.
Mark Watson watching Salas all the way back.
And he's quite a handful, Salas. Strong runner, tough to knock off the ball. Makes these deep penetrating runs. It's unusual to see a South American side like Chile hit these long balls over the back four's head.
Dasovic into the final moments of this opening half here at Commonwealth Stadium. A 1-1 tie, Canada and Chile. Ronald Fuentes out of Chile University puts the ball into play. Upfield looking for Rosenthal. Mark Watson there defensively for Canada, who plays for Watford. Extra time, injury time, first half. Rosenthal. Dasovic. Estai. And the whistle from Mr. Whalen to bring to an end a very entertaining first half here. And the problems that Canada appears to have now due to the absence of that man, Paul Pescasolido. Pescasolido with one goal, Valencia with the other. It's 1-1 at halftime.
And 1-1, a fair result. The large crowd here at Commonwealth Stadium thoroughly enjoyed the first 45 minutes and are looking forward to more of the same in the second half.
The Canada Cup of Soccer on TSN is at halftime from sunny and warm Edmonton here on TSN. Welcome back to Commonwealth Stadium here in Edmonton, Alberta.
First person here will have the opportunity of selecting between.
He opened the scoring at 12 minutes, Paul Pescasolido, as Niall Thompson sits alongside. Niall from Colchester, maybe a substitute eventually, bringing some bite into that forward line for Canada. The scoring for Chile, though, was Valencia at 32 minutes, and that's the way we sit, even at 1-1, as Mr. Timothy Whalen from the U.S. blows this second half underway. Colin Miller following up for Nick Dasovic.
And the wind swirls around in this Commonwealth Stadium, but at times it will help Canada.
Paul Dolan punts it to midfield, looking for Jeff Onger.
Substitution for Team Canada, now playing number 14, Marco Rizzi.
One substitution for Canada to begin this second half. Ian Fraser, the starting defender, has been replaced by Marco Rizzi, now out of the Seattle Sounders of the APSL. Marco Rizzi is in at left back. Our first look at the 26-year-old, won a APSL championship a year ago with the Montreal Impact.
And he came into the game in the second half against Northern Ireland and adequately filled Ian Fraser's boots, so probably really not weakened at all by bringing Marco Rizzi in at full-back. Frank Yallop still occupies the right-back position, and obviously it's Watson and Samuel, the two centre-backs.
Fuentes.
Ooh, that's a risky ball.
Square for Ramirez. Holness up. Hooper giving chase to Estai. Canadians have made 2 substitutions. The Chileans have made none. However, in this friendly, or in this tournament game, they'll be allowed to make a maximum of 5. 4 runners and, of course, 1 keeper if need be. Oh, played back. Sloppy ball played back, and the Canadians may pay for it. Finally, grabbed and pulled in by Dolan as Rosenthal tried to sneak it in the near post.
Well, this was a bad ball by Nick Dasovic, a little too casual. Salas makes the challenge, it rattles off him, but luckily for Canada, it bounces clear of the goal. He handballs it to Rosenthal, but Dolan mops up. And just as well, because once again, you cannot have a lapse of concentration against these Chilean forwards. They're very quick to pounce.
Randy Samuel pushes it into touch. Throw in for Chile. Guevara, Rosenthal and back. Holness to mark here. Estai. Dances by Hooper. And now Holness will clear for Onger. Ramirez on his back. Hook back. Mardones. Holness. One-on-one with Ramirez. Play on, says Mr. Whaley. Looking for Carlo Corrigine. Oh, Holness tried to slip it through, and Colin Miller was open square, but Holness under the pressure, I don't think saw him.
Well, just pushed it a little too quickly. Again, Kevin Holness, eager to do things, doing them a little too quickly instead of just keeping his composure and looking for the right time.
Frank Yallop, Lyndon Hooper away from Estai. Hooper under pressure. This is Frank Yallop. The Canadians cut it square, across the top of the box and cleared by Chile. Valencia.
Oh, look.
2-on-2. Rosenthal. Salas slows up, not to go offside. Rosenthal. Mardones. Rosenthal finds space. Mendoza is open wide right, and that's where they'll go. Now Salas, Valencia, both in the middle, and it's called for and taken in by Dolan.
Good call by Paul Dolan, who just about took Mark Watson's head off. And just as we saw in the game against Northern Ireland, Chile seemed to have the ability to raise the game in the second half.
Cortazine looking for some help, and he'll get it as Yallop pinches forward. Oh, goodness. Acuna.
Coach saying to Cornez and Acuna, sort it out. That was almost a very bad mistake that allowed young Kevin Holness to get a toe in. Little miscommunication between the goalkeeper and the fullback. Of course, these days, in the past, the fullback was just a tap to the keeper. Now, with the pass-back rule, they hesitate a little, and that hesitation can be dreadfully punished.
Randy Samuel to put the ball back into play. Chips it forward, looking for Colin Miller, but Mendoza did so well to get up. Nick Dasovic out of the Vancouver 86ers. And back to Dasovic. Mendoza, and it'll be another throw-in for Canada.
Quite a battle between Dasovic and Mendoza. Dasovic really has done his job well, because Mendoza has not featured as much as he did against Northern Ireland, but he just cancels themselves out. Sherwood Park Rangers are doing the ball girl and ball boy duties today. Congratulations, kids. Thank you.
Mark Marco Rizzi has Jeff Onger. Holness is there. Hooper giving chase, edge of the area. Hooper lays it back. Frank Yallop. Holness. Acuna is there, so is Guevara. Estay. Looking for Salas. Given away. They play the offside trap and it doesn't work, and then Dasovic does very well as Salas looked to be breaking in all alone, but Dasovic got back in time. Samuel gets away from Rosenthal. Randy Samuel through midfield. Look at the tug, look at the tug.
Oh, the wrong way. I can't believe that decision. Acuna's got away with 3 now. Well, this could have been a foul against Corazine, but certainly not the other one, as number 3 Acuna just about pulls his shirt off him.
Frank Yallop. Paul Dolan directing traffic. Joined again by Chilean TV here at Commonwealth Stadium for this.
Cómoda cabina donde estamos ubicados para Red Deportes. Un saludo para todos allá en Chile entonces. Y el partido se está jugando una vez más con la carga de Patricio Mardones. Una cabina bastante.
And we welcome the Chileans to Edmonton for this championship game of the Canada Cup of Soccer. 1-1. Mardones. Estay. And back for Ramirez, who can't control. No substitutions yet for Chilean head coach Xavier Ascargorta. Into the middle, Rizzi read the throw in now. Estay. Punch it upfield. Not the same pace, not the same urgency to start this second half as we saw for the majority of that first 45 minutes worth.
Well, I would think that the Canadians are just lagging a little bit. Obviously, feel the heat. You can see there's not much enthusiasm on the bench. Certainly, Chile have kept their momentum going, but it's very awkward for Canada to keep chasing 5, 6, 7, 8 passes in this heat.
Estay turns to get away from Lyndon Hooper. Now goes wide right. Dasovic follows it over. Rosenthal was looking to play it up for Chile. Now at midfield, this is Lyndon Hooper. Holness is on his right. This is Kevin Holness. Well read by Ramirez. The Canadians look for Jeff Onger. Randy Samuel. Rosenthal marking him now forward. Taken by Jeff Onger. And a throw in for Canada. He admits he is not a miracle worker, and this Canada Cup for Xavier Ascargorta is a good look at what he has to work with in Chile, realizing that, of course, he has some of his players involved in Mexican League play, and, of course, his biggest star of all, Ivan Samarana, he's currently still in the French Cup play, or probably Spanish Cup play. Thought he might have an opening turning, but then he ran into Fuentes, and then Fuentes again clears. It's interesting, though, watching Holness now, Graham, as Miller takes it at midfield. Holness appears to have the freedom to go forward for Canada if he wants, and it'll be 3 forwards, 3 at the back for the Chileans.
Well, they're still going to have a tough job because Acuna, Fuentes and Ramirez, the back three for Chile, have been absolutely outstanding so far in this tournament. They've got brilliant control for defenders. Their first touch is magnificent, and they love to walk the ball out, just as they're trying to do now.
Looking to spring Rosenthal, but Samuel was there for Canada.
This is one thing that I find unusual about a South American side, is that they'll play 5, 6, 7 passes in their own half. Then as soon as they get within striking distance of the halfway line, they hit the long ball over the defenders. They're certainly very, very good at making full advantage of it.
Marco Ricci had the right idea. He knew that Holness would be making some space, but it just ran too far in front of him. Cornez at midfield. Estay. Mendoza. Estay makes a run. Overlapping is Valencia. Looking for Salas. Oh, goodness. Just hooked in time by Mark Watson. Flick forward, looking for Jeff Onger. Now no support on that left side for Canada. It's gathered in by Mendoza. Mardones. Well read by Dasovic. That's not the first time we've seen some of the Chilean passes intercepted by the Canadians.
Well, they love to work the ball out of defense, so they're going to take a chance now and again. They draw you in, then they just flick it past you. If they're a little careless, then they flick it into you.
At midfield, Rosenthal doesn't know where it is. Oh, well done, Randy Samuel to Lyndon Hooper. Marco Ricci. Dasovic is on the left. He'll come forward right, looking for Kevin Holness. Some 31 minutes remaining in this second half of a 1-1 tie. The championship game of this inaugural Canada Cup of Soccer. The Canadians can claim the title with a tie. The Chileans must win.
Right now, the Canadian side certainly have lost the momentum. They're looking a little ragged. And I would think that the next goal could well be the crucial one.
Mendoza chips it, looking for Rosenthal. Mark Watson back to defend, and he'll clear.
Rosenthal and Salas are so very good at getting in behind the defenders.
Mendoza, Estay. And the foul as Estay goes down in a heap. Between Nick Dasovic and Carlo Corazin was there. Mark Watson defending.
Well, the timing is way off as Mark Watson just hooks little number 15 Fabien Estay to the ground. And let's see if number 8 Mardones will try and bend it with his right foot again.
He tried one earlier and just hooked it past the near post.
Unusual in as much as he cuts it with the outside of his right foot. Normally from here they bend it with the inside.
No, it was Rosenthal. Oh, and Paul Dolan did well at that near post. 30 minutes remaining of a 1-1 tie. And some concern now by head coach.
Jeff, who's watching the 8, Jeff?
And you can hear Bobby saying, who's picking up number 8? Well, it didn't reach him, so I don't have to worry.
Number 8, Mardones, was wide open in the middle.
I'm really surprised that Mardones didn't take that free kick, because he hits a dead ball beautifully. Bit of a waste to roll it and then let Rosenthal hit the running ball. It doesn't make sense.
Jeff Onger will give chase for Canada. Fuentes is back for Chile. Estai on that far side. Mendoza and back. Rosenthal breaks. They'll look for Salas in the seam. Well read by Dolan.
Go on, go on.
Go on as Ramirez goes down. This is Holness, tips it forward and over the head of both Onger and Carlo Corazine.
Well, that was a good cross by Kevin Holness, and you have to blame Jeff Onger for coming in a little too quickly. Carlo Corazine was at the middle of the goal. Jeff should have hesitated and covered the far post. You can't go both into the same position. Teeny little mistake that's so very important when you only get very few chances. For once, Canada get a 2-on-1 break, and Kevin Holness swings it in beautifully. There you see Jeff Onger coming in just a little too early. Had he hesitated, timed his run better, he would have been in a position to meet it just at the edge of the 6-yard box and perhaps get a scoring opportunity, but he put himself right out of the game by running in too early.
Salas can't get away, and it'll squirt to midfield. Killer. Carlo Corazine finally sets. Jeff Onger now has come to this right wing instead of the left. Ramirez with a nice sliding tackle to strip it from Carlo Corazine. This is Rosenthal.
The first touch is brilliant. Rosenthal's first touch there was brilliant.
Salas. Oh, Marco Rizzi gives it up to Estai. Through for Rosenthal, trying to chest it down, and Samuel does well to nod it back for Dolan.
Well, it's a couple of times that Rosenthal and Salas have got away with a little handball. Pretty clever, and well worth the risk if you can get away with it. Universidad Católica. Strong player. Really impressed in the second half against Northern Ireland.
Mark Watson for Canada at midfield. Looks for Jeff Onger. And getting up again was Acuna. Times those well, doesn't he, Graham?
Oh, beautiful. There was no contest.
Give away now by Canada. Valencia, the goal scorer for Chile. Mardones. Estai. Mendoza. And back. Estai. Guevara is open here on the left. Through the middle. Now they have Salas. Rosenthal makes a run. Salas again. Salas lays it up. Estai does well. This is Mendoza. Rizzi giving chase. Mendoza. Oh, he couldn't get it by little Lyndon Hooper, who took one for the team there. Mardones. Salas, top of the area, lays it back. Valencia! It remains 1-1, Canada and Chile. Some 25 minutes remaining. It stays 1-1. And a good opportunity by Valencia. The Chileans have also made a substitution while we were away. Sebastian Rosenthal has come out, and Rodrigo Goldberg has come in. There he is, the 24-year-old out of Chile University. This is his 4th international. And now it is the striking pair, Salas and Goldberg, that opened up this Canada Cup of Soccer against Northern Ireland. But in that game, Goldberg was really had little to do. He wasn't of any consequence, was he?
He didn't make an impact at all.
Mardones, Acuna, Guevara, as Ramirez overlaps. In for Valencia, who plays the flick forward for himself, and Dolan. Well played, Paul Dolan.
Well, have you often wondered what it's like to be a goalkeeper? You've got to dodge the boot, you've got to cover up for mistakes made by the defenders. Paul Dolan doing an excellent job once again, as he did against Northern Ireland. course, playing in goal and getting the opportunity to shine because Craig Forrest has got an injury, the Ipswich Town goalkeeper.
Marco Ricci back for Dolan, who will come wide right for Frank Gallup.
Great play by Ramirez. He took no chance of giving away a free kick. Didn't even go close to Corazine, just dived past him to head it in behind for a throw-in.
Ahead for Corazine, and Ramirez booed up underneath his armpit. He was able to hook it away, and then Estai, under the charge of Colin Miller, played it for Acuna, Mendoza, Estai, and Ritchie there to mark for Canada. 22 minutes remaining again. Estai through for Goldberg, and he has him. Goldberg. Samuel gets back and just enough of him, Graham, just enough. As Mark Watson is down at the edge of the area.
Well, Mark Watson got stamped on just as he was clearing it for a throw-in, but that was a magnificent run by Rodrigo Goldberg, the substitute who just came on, and a timely tackle indeed. Good challenge by Randy Samuel. Then as Watson puts it out, he just steps on his ankle. Great run throw. The white shirts are so good at making runs in behind defender.
As we say, a week ago when we arrived, there was snow in the foothills. It was that cold, that damp. Today, it's in the 80s at 29, 30 degrees Celsius. Mendoza will put it back into play for Chile. Estai gets away from Dazovic. Across the face and by a diving Salas.
Well, have a look from Paul Dolan's point of view. Brilliant cross, just whistles across the edge of the 6-yard line. Oh, took a lot of courage for the keeper not to even go for that one. Brilliant cross by Fabian Estai.
Ramirez called on the foul as he went up and over the back of Carlo Corazine.
Carlo, hold this straight.
Frank Gallup plays it across the field for Marco Rizzi. Dazovic, that's where they go. Estai moving over, and then Estai brings him down, and the warning and the booking. The yellow card comes out against Fabian Estai.
Well, that's ridiculous, because that's the most innocuous foul we've seen all day. Dazovic goes past him, follows up from behind with his left foot. We've seen 100 of these not go unpunished today. Now he brings the yellow card out. That's a little inconsistent, I would suggest. And Dazovic made it look a lot worse than it was. But Nick's good at that. Good player. I'll have him on my side any day. He's made a super job of containing Mendoza.
Jeff Onger hooks it into the area and nodded away. Yalla plays it back. He's onside. Jeff Onger flicking it. Far post. He may have done better. He may have wished he had done better.
The Canadian Soccer Association is proud to bring you exciting international soccer. Euro 96 Group 3 leaders Turkey host Honduras on June 11th at Varsity Stadium in Toronto at 1:30 p.m.
Welcome back to Commonwealth Stadium into the final 20 minutes of a 1-1 tie at this championship game of the inaugural Canada Cup of Soccer. Estai, Dazovic.
He's not going to get that one. I'm really surprised that they're lining Fabian Estay so far back, like just in front of the back three, because he's brilliant when he plays out on the right like an out-and-out winger. Very clever on the ball. Watch him turn Dasovic inside out. Dasovic makes a challenge. Down goes Estay, not even close to contact being made. But little wingers try that, folks, believe me. All little wingers try that.
You're still trying to get the grass stains out of your knees, aren't you?
I am indeed.
Flick forward for Carlo Corazine as Corazine appears now to be the only man playing up front. Holness occasionally moves up. Onger is there, but the Canadian attack certainly does miss Paul Pesky-Solido. Samuel for Yellop. Kevin Holness does well to flick it forward, but well read by Ramirez. Watson gets up for Canada. Lovely first touch. They'll go to Mardones, to Estay and Mendoza, and back Estay. A step to get away from Miller, and the through ball has Goldberg one time and off the top of the bar. Rio Goldberg off the bar.
They make the most beautiful runs. Goldberg here just pulls wide of his defender, lets it bounce, elects to hit it on the volley. It doesn't quite dip enough for him, and it rattles the crossbar. From Dolan's point of view, you see the finish of it. Ooh, little too close for comfort, Dolly.
The Canadians have made a substitution. Graham coming out is Kevin Holness, and going in is Niall Thompson, the 21-year who plays with Colchester. He was a reserve with Crystal Palace and then decided to get more experience with Colchester.
Well, I think that's a good move. Young Kevin Holness has been blooded. He's had his chance to perform. He's showed a little bit of immaturity now and again, but Bobby will be pleased with the way he filled in on this right wing. Now he wants a chance to look at Niall Thompson, who's in a similar position to Kevin Holness, just threatening to break into the side. And really, as well as trying to win, that has to be one of Bobby's priorities, getting to see his younger players, getting them a chance to play.
Third international for Thompson, who had 2 goals with Colchester this season. Ritchie ahead for Carlo Corazine. The captain, Colin Miller, has a look, tries to thread it through, and it does. It falls well. Thompson, first touch. Oh, goodness! He may have taken his eye off it, but also getting back, Guevara did very well. Down at the other end now, it's Mark Watson. Back, and Dolan clears it for Canada.
Well, you can't say you're not getting action at both ends, folks. Good opportunity for Canada as Niall Thompson broke into the game right away.
Samuel upfield over the head of Niall Thompson. Fuentes back. Estay through the shadows. Oh, Nick Dasovic. What a lovely play by the Canadian midfielder to take it away from Mendoza. Onger, Yellop, and he'll play it all the way back. Dolan will settle, and now Dolan upfield, looking for Carlo Corazine. Niall Thompson, Jeff Onger following up. Corazine, Thompson around the middle, far post. Corazine hooks it, and he can't get a foot to it under the pressure of Ramirez. Estay for Salas at midfield. Canada can win it with a tie. The Chileans must win to take home the Canada Cup. Cooper. Ramirez does well at midfield. Goldberg turns, gets away from Samuel. Now it's Yallop giving up the chase. Goldberg lays it back. Valencia. Mardones. Guevara overlaps through the middle. They'll go square. This is Estay. Mendoza. Salas, Goldberg. Mardones went for the near post and it ricocheted back towards the far post.
And Marco Rizzi could well have caused problems for Dolan here. The ball is not hit well by Mardones. Ricochets off Marco Rizzi, but he got enough of it to take the pace off it, and Dolan was able to react.
Marco Rizzi for Jeff Onger, this right wing and too far. 17,047 the attendance for this, the final game of the Canada Cup of Soccer. And congratulations again to the people of Edmonton who are supporting international soccer, and next year we'll see their fill with Olympic qualifying here at Commonwealth Stadium. And then in 2 years' time, the second Canada Cup of Soccer. Salas and cleared away by Colin Miller. Estay. Mendoza far post. Oh, goodness. Mendoza tried to drift it over Dolan into that far top corner.
Well, he was the star against Northern Ireland, doing very little thanks to Dasovic this afternoon, and really that was neither a cross nor a shot and didn't trouble Dolan. From Dolly's net cam, safe enough, it's over the bar. Tough to tell what Mendoza was trying to do there. He's got rid of the ball in a big hurry all day today because Nick Dasovic has been snapping around his ankles every time he gets the ball.
Play on, says Mr. Whalen. Valencia near sideline.
Oh, look out.
Will it run too quickly? It does. Just out of the reach of Goldberg.
And it's at this stage in the game where Canada's defense has to be very careful. The way that Salas and Goldberg can get behind them, they have to make sure they've got somebody covering back there.
Xavier Escargorta has made just one substitution, and that is Goldberg coming in for Rosenthal. Guevara, Mardones. Samuel got the boot in as they tried to find Goldberg. Estay.
Good run.
Salas on that right side. Rizzi to mark him as Dasovic takes up his mark of Mendoza. Salas back. Estay. Come all the way across the field. Guevara. Goldberg. Goldberg turns. Pushes it off. Mardones. A reminder, stay with us right after the game for the TSN Turning Point, brought to you by Apple Auto Glass. He said he wasn't going to be happy with a tie. I think he may change his mind at this moment, considering he's had to make some substitutions that he didn't expect to, Bob Lenarduzzi.
Well, I think the substitution for Paul Pesky-Solido unbalanced the Canadian side, no question about that. So Bobby would sell for a tie now, but he certainly started off the game going for the win. And who can tell in this game? Right now it looks as if Chile are the more likely to score the go-ahead goal, but funny things happen, folks.
Under 10 minutes. Frank Yellow. Jeff Onger makes a run, so does Carlo Corazine. He points, directs, and it'll be another throw-in for the Canadians.
And Canada in no hurry to take these throw-ins. They want a little breather. Frank Yallop, veteran pro, saying, let's settle down, just take it nice and easy.
Jeff Onger, again, getting closer to goal down this near side touchline. Yallop, Corazine, and it will be a corner for Canada.
That's about all they could expect to win from that situation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white shirts back there against 2 reds.
Only Salas is downfield for Chile.
And you can see Cornez trying to marshal his defense. You pick him up. Who's got number 5? Number 5, obviously the threat, Randy Samuel.
Far post looking for Samuel. He did get ahead to it, but he nodded it away from goal. Here comes the captain, Mendoza for Chile, to midfield. Goldberg stumbled, and this is Colin Miller for Canada. It'll be a throw-in for the Canadians.
Goldberg stumbled thanks to a little tug by Jeff Unger as he ran past.
You know where he's going. All the way, all the way.
Samuel for Mark Watson. Rogers on the right. Niall Thompson and Carlo Corazine, and now big Randy Samuel under some pressure. Forced to go back for Dolan. Upfield for Corazine, but up and over the back, Fuentes, and Fuentes not happy with the call.
If you'll excuse the alliteration, Fuentes is furious because for the first time today he's been called. It's not going up, it's putting that arm over Corazine's shoulder and dragging him down. That's what the free kick's for.
Dasovic.
Oh, unlucky.
Oh, Ritchie went the other way.
But look at them work it out. 1-2s, and they work it out with little short passes.
Yeah, he had a little look, and then it was Ritchie coming back, and Ritchie will get the yellow card from Mr. Whalen. And anything from behind, as you say.
It's awkward. Estai got booked for the same sort of thing. Marco Ritchie trying to slide in from behind, gets the ball, but these days it doesn't matter if you get the ball or not. If you come from in behind, it's a free kick, and more often than not, a yellow card. Got to admire his enthusiasm. Gets a chance to come in off the bench. He's desperate to take it, and he's done well. Versatile player, Marco Ritchie. He'll play up front, play in midfield, and play at the back for you.
6 minutes on the stadium clock as Niall Thompson tried to turn and may have stepped on Fuentes as he went down. Fuentes trying to shake it off for Chile. Cornez. Final moments now of this championship game of the Canada Cup of Soccer.
Yeah.
Yellop has a look, doesn't like what he sees and decides to go back.
Well, at least they get Paul Dolan plenty of time this time to set it down, tee it up, have a look, and then get it deep into the Chile half. Ooh, that's an awkward ball. Sure that
Cornez didn't get it out.
Cornez didn't like that at all.
Flick forward by Valencia, following up though. Here comes Samuel. Colin Miller. He has Corazine and then pushed.
Ramirez slides in there. Woof.
And that has Escargota off the bench. Yep.
You know, Ramirez there had to be very careful. If Corazine steps in to block him, that's a penalty kick. Very dangerous tackle to come sliding in like that in the box.
The Chileans must score if they want to win this Canada Cup. They must win. Canada, on goal differential, can win this inaugural Canada Cup with a tie. Into the final 4 minutes.
Once again, the old pro, Frank Yallop, is just taking his time. Throw it in, try to get another throw in further down.
He'll come back for Mark Watson, who goes square just in time for Marco Ritchie. Dasovic tries to make space on the left, and instead they come through the middle, and this is Valencia for Chile. Estai. Mendoza is right, Guevara is left, and they go to Mendoza. Salas, Goldberg doesn't make the run. Estai. Now Salas, Goldberg almost double teaming. Samuel, who goes down. Yes, it is Salas as the back four get confused, and Salas jumps on the mistake, and Chile has the 2-1 lead.
This is a disastrous mistake by Randy Samuel, who's trying to flick it back to Paul Dolan when his foot slips. Desperate tackle by Watson is not in time. as the ball is just poked into the empty net. Great effort by Lyndon Hooper to come back, but it wasn't in time. Salas gets just reward for all his challenges and chasing. An easy tap-in as Lyndon Hooper is about a second too late. A disastrous mistake as Randy Samuel slips, but Salas will take it.
Salas in the 86th minute scores his third international for Chile to give them the 2-1 lead. And a 2-1 lead would also give them the Canada Cup of Soccer. Randy Samuel just lost his footing. And Canada paid for it. Now another through ball looking for Salas, and Dolan is out. And Dolan quickly upfield playing like the sweeper, and now punts it into the middle. Fuentes clears. Ritchie as the Canadians push up. Thompson back. Ritchie trying to drive the area. Thompson. And now Mendoza will finally bring it out. Here's Mendoza. The Canadians, everybody is up. And the offside flag on that far side from Ann Blackwood. Now the Chileans also want to get some fresh legs in as they try to hold on to this 2-1 lead. They'll bring in Rodrigo Perez for his third international appearance, and coming out is the opening goal scorer, Valencia. So Perez is in wearing number 18.
Scoring Chile's second goal of the afternoon in the 87th minute.
And for Samuel, oh, it looked like it was going to fall for Corazine, but Fuentes in desperation cleared for Chile. Dolan now back upfield. Headed back, and it will be a goal kick. A bad break. And the Chileans make the Canadians pay. Rob Leonarduzzi his side, looking like they'll go down to a 2-1 defeat here in Edmonton. You know, it's funny, the Irish were talking about the field and the length of the field, and they were having trouble. Because of the growing season being so late, they've had to leave the grass a little longer, Graham, and who knows, it might have been a problem. Extra time, injury time, 2-1 Chile. Mendoza.
And now it's Mendoza's turn to waste a few seconds. Try to work it up the sideline, get a throw-in or a free kick, maintain possession. Certainly at keeping possession, Chile one of the best.
Goldberg down that far sideline, and once again, the Chileans keeping possession when the Canadians so desperately need it back. Extra time and trailing 2-1.
Yep.
Taking all kinds of time, and now Mr. Whalen is saying, let's play here, and Mendoza is coming up.
Yeah, he's going to book him.
Mardones.
He gave him a warning, give him the chance to knock it in. Now he's going to book him, but really they don't carry over, so that's immaterial to Mendoza.
Now will Mr. Whalen add on the time it required. Oh. Off the Canadian defender, another throw-in. Perez up. His first touch, the late substitute. Oh, well done. Estay, far post. Nodded back. Here's Mardones.
Oh, beautifully laid back by Salas. This is cushioned back beautifully by Salas. Mardones runs onto it, hits it in stride, but slices it badly as Colin Miller challenges. And there's the final whistle.
It ends 2-1 Chile, and the Chileans are the winners of the inaugural Canada Cup of Soccer.
And obviously Bobby Lenarduzzi very disappointed. He thought he'd cater for every event in this game, but you can't cater for mistakes.
The Canadians made very few mistakes in their 2 games, but the most crucial, and they paid for it late. Chile wins 2-1 here in Edmonton.